Forcing a visa doesn't mean you deserve to be neglected like that and to suffer like that.
You know, she was just reporting something like domestic violence, and then it ultimately led to her dying in immigration detention, and that's just so heartbreaking.
In March 2021, Wishma Sandamali, a Sri Lankan woman, died in immigration detention after being denied medical care. So Wishma came to Japan in 2017 on a student visa. In August 2020, she had sought help from the police for a domestic violence dispute. They saw that her residence card was expired. So she was arrested at that time for overstaying her visa, and she was detained at a facility in Nagoya. Over the course of being detained for 7 months, her health quickly deteriorated due to extreme stress. She repeatedly requested medical care when she found herself struggling to eat. She was in touch with START, a support group for foreign detainees in Nagoya. Matsui Yasunori, one of the support group's advisors, is quoted as saying, "She was in a wheelchair. There was a bucket by her side in case she vomited. She had lost 20 kilograms in 6 months. Her lips were black. She was foaming at the mouth and she couldn't move her arms or fingers."
Poor thing.
She was eventually allowed to be examined at an outside hospital. They gave her medicine, but she didn't receive any treatment like an IV, despite Matsui's repeated requests. He also said that on February 16th, immigration officials denied Wishma's request for provisional release to receive the necessary medical treatment. The medical staff that they have on site, there are some people, but they're not really equipped for more serious things, so they tend to just prescribe pills.
Pain relief pills.
Yeah, pain relief pills, sleeping pills, that kind of stuff. Sadly, Wishma died on March 6, 2021 at the age of 33. Officials said the cause of her death stemmed from sickness, but it is difficult to identify the specific process that resulted in death. Her family sought second opinions, and it seems that her actual cause of death was most likely multiple organ failure due to dehydration and malnutrition. So Wishma was the 18th foreigner to die in Japanese immigration detention since 2007. So her family is suing the Japanese government for 156 million yen in damages, which is about $1 million US, alleging that immigration authorities failed to provide necessary medical care, which led to her death. The case is still ongoing. There is around 295 hours of CCTV footage of Wishma taken at the Nagoya facility in the days leading up to her death. 5 of those hours were presented in court, and a small amount of that was released to the public. Some of the footage, obviously very disturbing, shows her lying in bed, pleading to be taken to a hospital and saying things like, "I can't drink anything, I can't breathe, I'm going to die." But there have been some recent developments in September 2025. The Japanese government has asked a court to dismiss a lawsuit demanding the full release of video footage. The government argued that the footage is Wishma's personal information and that her family cannot ask for its disclosure. It also said releasing the footage will undermine security operations